Hello, thank you for joining us. This is Nationwide. I'm Ruth Aguela. Remember, you can join this news being broadcast live on our website is nta.ng/live and all other of our social media handles displayed on the screen right now. The presidency has reacted to scenes of flooding from Bayelsa State and deeply saddened by the development and sympathizes with the victims. In a statement by the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu says federal government is concerned about the situation in Bayelsa and other states, noting that no life lost is bigger or less than that of the others, as almost every state in Nigeria has been affected. The statement, however, notes that calls from some quarters for the resignation of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development are not appropriate. The minister has been diligently working to target assistance where it is most needed and plug gaps in several state governments' disaster responses, adding that Bayelsa State has done commendably well, but they certainly can do better with increased federal assistance, which is still being delivered in batches. The presidency says federal government will continue to do more for Bayelsa and other states who are affected. President Muhammadu Buhari has extended warmest congratulations to 8 Nigerian Americans on their victory in the United States midterm elections. In Georgia State, Segun Adeyina, Gabe Okoye, Solomon Adeshonya, Tish Nagishe, and Phil Olaleye won their legislative seats as state representatives in their districts. Similarly, Carol Kazim won the Pennsylvania state representative in District 159. Esther Agbaje was re-elected as Minnesota state representative in District 59B, while Dr. Oye Owolewa was re-elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. President Muhammadu Buhari believes that compatriots who succeed in good causes are assets to the nation and the continent, noting that their contributions will always be remembered and celebrated. Still on legislative affairs, but back home, Senate has promised to make a case for Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NIDCOM to have access to more funds in 2023 for it to address its enormous task. This was when the commission appeared before it to defend its 2023 budget. National Assembly correspondent Mobolaji Muribiri reports.
Ministries, departments and agencies of government are still appearing as the National Assembly for budget defense. As the Senate for this purpose is the chairman Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM. After going through the documents, the committee was dismayed by the proposed budget for the commission.
Despite the fact that increasingly the activities and the need and functions of the commission have been increasing, I wonder why budget and planning is now even reducing the capital much more. I wonder what this amount can do for this agency.
It looks like when it comes to budgeting, they are underfunded. We have a new chairman, and Mr. Chairman, the new chairman, I want to task you to make a difference.
When you go back, do us a letter requesting for any side we can come up to do something.
But again, if we're able to amend the bill with Parliament for amendment, I think that would also help, because we also believe that we really shouldn't be struggling for funds from government. We can generate funds.
As the House of Representatives, the issue of low budgetary allocation for the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission also caught the attention of the lawmakers.
Anytime you come, all members say you need more money. Yes. We really sympathize with your agency and the enormous task on salaries. And even I look at your number of staff, 153, and your last date of recruitment is 2011.
I will solve it with your cooperation. I have rejected the act the board has approved, which I'm bringing up. I work with the Ministry of Justice.
The committee also considered the proposals of other agencies in attendance from the National Assembly. Mobolaji Muribiri, NTA News.
Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika has informed members of the National Assembly that a new national carrier will soon be launched. This was when the minister defended the 2023 budget proposal of his ministry before House and Senate committees on aviation. National Assembly correspondent Dayo Ogunshola reports.
This interaction is coming days after oversight of aviation sector by the Joint Committee of the National Assembly, thus places members in a better position to assess the ministry.
There are so many ongoing projects. Some of them are not captured. What is going to happen?
We have noticed with great concern the omission of one of the critical security and safety agencies of the ministry, the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, from the 2023 FGM budget.
The scorecard of Adesirika is premised on the significant improvements recorded in the sector, with security of nations airspace being topmost.
Cost of aircraft maintenance, though worrisome, has been managed during this period. Furthermore, it's also worth to note there are more bilateral and multilateral air services agreements that have been signed for the benefit of our air travelers.
Meanwhile, the chairman, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Abdulrashid Bawa, at the budget defense, solicited for more funding so that EFCC could be steps ahead of criminals.
We are building a brand new EFCC academy and we need funding for that. Last year 3 billion was allocated and this year nothing was allocated for it, and that is why we are pleading to members. We have to learn, as fighters of crime, we have to be ahead of these criminals, and the only way you can do that is by training and retraining and retraining and retraining again.
The EFCC chief also pledged that the agency will continue to build on the covered grants. From the National Assembly, Dayo Ogunshola, NTA News.
Expenditures in the 2022 appropriations of the Federal Ministry of Justice and its agencies are in line with government's commitment to ensure proper security architecture and fighting corruption to restore the confidence of investors. Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami SAN stated this at the Senate 2023 Budget Defense. National Assembly correspondent Abdullahi Aminu reports.
Comparative analysis by the Senate Committee Chairman Bamidele Okbeyemi centers on variations in the 2022 and 2023 budgets considering the current realities. The Federal Ministry of Justice, Human Rights Commission, and Nigerian Copyright Commission have decreased in their 2023 budgets, while significant increases were made for the Legal Aid Council, Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, and Nigerian Law School.
Conceptualization of our action plans and budget proposals was largely based on priorities targeted at involving a paradigm shift in our beloved country. The committee has collaborated in ensuring that certain critical bills were passed that would not only turn the economy of our country around, but ensure the stability of our polity and growth of our country.
The committee appreciates the administration of the Criminal Justice Act and the Legal Aid Council, which have led to the recovery of stolen government's assets and decongestion of prisons in the country. From the National Assembly, Abdullahi Aminu, NTA News.
Participants at the UNESCO Media and Information Literacy Week have returned home to their countries, but no doubt with memories that will linger on for a while. Our correspondent Anthony Forsons shared such memories with one of the delegates. Let's see that.
Came from all over the globe. They took part in different sessions that culminated in the Abuja Declaration. In between the sessions, they had time to unwind and have fun. I met this lady who danced away all through the night the following morning, and I had this chat with her.
How would you describe your stay in Nigeria?
Oh, my stay here has just been wonderful. People are warm, they're friendly. I had a chicken dish that was absolutely wonderful. It was roasted, but it also had grilled flavor. And so it's a very memorable evening. I'm taking home memories of vivid colors, beautifully dressed women and men, and very dynamic, very open people.
Just like her, most of the participants have returned home with the same fun memories. In Abuja, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
All right, let's take a break. We're back shortly. Stay tuned.
Of Nigeria, in partnership with Edo Jobs, presents Nollywood Actors Summit 2022. Theme: Impact of Digital Technology on the Acting Profession. Date: 21st to 23rd November 2022. Venue: Victor Uwaifu Creative Hub, Benin City. Chief host: His Excellency Mr. Godwin Obasaki, Executive Governor Edo State. Host: Chief HJC Emeka Rollers, MON, President, Actors Guild of Nigeria. The summit is a platform for intellectual discourse aimed at positioning the actor to tap into the opportunities of the emerging digital economy. For partnership and support, please call 0802 307 8087, 0802 459 9999. AGN, the show must go on.
When you think about hospitality and affordable luxury away from home, then you talk about Sharon Ultimate Hotels, a secured and serene environment that offers kingly services such as 24-hour room service, impeccable security with CCTV surveillance, parking lots, free Wi-Fi internet service, free complimentary breakfast, restaurants that offers continental and local dishes, well-equipped fitness center with instructors, swimming pool, 350 capacity multipurpose hall, laundry service, pastry corner, mini mart, and our suites are breathtaking. For reservation, locate us at plot 1710 Tafawa Balewa Way, Area 3, Garikia, Abuja. Sharon Ultimate Hotels, the ultimate place.
Thanks for staying tuned. Let's head to Maiduguri now to join Abubakar for some more reports. Abubakar.
It's always good to see you, Ruth, and thank you for joining us. Borno State Government has inaugurated a committee to review reports submitted by two previous committees for biometric data capture and verification of local governments and local education authority staff across the state. Governor Babagana Umar Zulum inaugurated the committee with the Secretary to the State Government, Usman Jiddashua, as the chairman, who says the review committee's work is preparatory to implementation of minimum wage at the local government level. Here is Mohammed Goni with the rest of the story.
Part of the reference of the 21-member committee is to consider genuine complaints presented to the state government by NUT and NELGE arising from their interface with affected members. The committee is also mandated to study the reports submitted to government by the previous committees and such other matters the committee may consider relevant in discharging their mandates, among others. Governor Babagana Umara says setting up of the appraisal committee is not to discredit the previous reports submitted by the two committees, but to do justice to those who may have been inadvertently affected through human error.
We have given them a mandate, National Union and Federal Union of Teachers, to go and seek complaints from their treatment. Arising from their interface with their members, about 624 staff have complained. They have determined that these 624 staff have genuine cases.
Governor, who assured the committee of adequate funding, also enjoined them to engage all relevant stakeholders and submit interim report by the end of December, while comprehensive report be submitted to government in 3 months. Chairman of the review committee, who is also the secretary to the state government, Usman Jiddeshua, pledged to work in line with the terms of reference and assured to be just and equitable to those involved in the matter. In Maiduguri, Mahmoud Goni.
Away from that now to tell you that NTA Maiduguri is the first federal establishment in Borno State to inaugurate an anti-corruption and transparency unit to enhance service delivery in the organization and prevent corrupt practices. This came to the fore when officials of the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, ICPC, and other related offences commission visited the station to inaugurate the ACTU committee and the public service media station. Yagumsu Bukar will now bring us more details.
Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission is mandated to receive and investigate reports of corruption and, in certain cases, requests for prosecution of offenders, as well as establish anti-corruption and transparency units in MDAs. Zonal Director NTA Maiduguri Network Center Ishaya Hanani Oba said the 9-member committee was chosen and certified by the organization and charged to ensure the mandate of preventing corrupt practices. Chairman Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission ICPC, who was represented by Head of Legal Unit Ahmed Wadahat while inaugurating NTA Maiduguri ICPC unit, said the directive for the establishment of Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit was given to all ministries, agencies, and on recommendation of the Commission by the Head of Service of the Federation. Barrister Wada said the unit is to serve as one of the outlets for corruption prevention with a mandate to monitor, advise and investigate cases and petition and forward same to the ICPC for further action. Chairman of the committee, Manager News and Current Affairs Aliu Michelia, had on behalf of the team said they will work with the ICPC to prevent and check malpractices that are inimical to the development of the public service organization. He pledged the committee's commitment to discharge their duty through advice, advocacy and sensitization, and appealed for training of members with the support of the ICPC. The ICPC had equally commended NTA Maiduguri for prompt response to all requests and for charting the course of anti-corruption campaign in public service. In Maiduguri, Yagum Subukar.
If you're just joining us, you are on to Nationwide on the largest television network in Africa, the NTA. Let us at this point return to Abuja, and I'm sure Ruth is there to continue. So Ruth.
Thank you, Abubakar. The 35th edition of the National Festival of Arts and Culture has opened in Lagos with colourful display. Abdullahi Mohammed reports that it's themed Culture for Peaceful Coexistence.
Nikon Stadium, it's track and field, where 200, 400 and 800 meters run. Today is not about that. It is about the display of culture of about 500 ethnic groups from across Nigeria and partners from the continent of Africa. The talking heads are already seated. Major players are also on ground. What we are waiting for is for those talking heads to give us an agenda of what will happen here. Meanwhile, the place is already agog with high expectation from those attending.
I want to see beautiful people. I want to see a nation that is so rich. There's so much bad news around, but I came here because I just want to see something different from what, that makes news these days.
I expect a display of Nigerian culture as we have never seen before. With the level of organization that I'm seeing here, so I expect a higher level of both in terms of participation, in terms of display, and in terms of spectacle that we are going to see. Because so far from what we're seeing in Lagos has put in so much here to put on a spectacle for the whole country.
The masquerade doing their own thing. Dancers from the Oroso group are also making their way. It means that people who are attending this event today will see a lot that their dancing shoes might bend at the end. But what we'll all expect is that people will share this idea of their culture, and at the tail end, they will chat away.
Thank you, Abdullahi. Indeed, Nafis is a reminder that Nigeria is indeed blessed. Let's head to Ibadan to join Larry to pick up with the next set of reports.
Good to see you, Ruth, and welcome to Ibadan. The Nigerian Air Force says it will continue to produce well-trained pilots with analytical minds and adequate knowledge in safety procedure, hazards identification, in addition to risk assessment and management. Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Isiaka Amao stated this in a message at the graduation ceremony of Pilot Basic Safety course at the Nigerian Institute of Safety, Osun State. Femi Afariogun has detail.
14 pilots, drawn from different Air Force formations across the country, are pioneers of the Pilot Basic Safety Course 2022 under the Nigerian Air Force Institute of Safety, Ipetumodu, Osun State. For 3 weeks, the pilots received rigorous training modules on fundamentals of flight safety, crew resource management, safety management, and aviation psychology. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Isiaka Amao, reiterated a well-equipped Air Force with highly trained air and ground combat personnel to tackle any security challenges in the country. He assured Nigerians that safety culture and professionalism will remain the priority of the Nigerian Air Force under his command.
Contemporary situations are volatile, complex, and harsh. That requires your due diligence. Your training becomes imperative, as we must all do the needful to give account of the enormous resources spent on our training and purchase of military equipment, hardware, and materials in this property.
Established in the year 2010, the Nigerian Air Force Institute of Safety, NAFIS, is primarily to provide safety training and education to Nigerian Air Force personnel and personnel of sister services, as well as international participants.
Of the continuous improvement and development is on you. We are particularly happy with the performance vis-a-vis the standard of discipline we exhibited throughout the course.
From Ipetumodu in Osun State, Femi Afariogun, NTA News.
With the 2023 elections around the corner, corps members that will participate in the electioneering process have been advised to be security conscious and adhere strictly to the rules guiding the election. Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Muhammad Bada, gave the warning in a message during the swearing-in ceremony of the 2022 Batch C Stream 1 corps members at the NYSC Permanent Orientation Camp, Iseyin, Osun State.
Represented at the swearing-in by the Oyo State Coordinator, Brigadier General Muhammad Bada, said corps members have been duly tutored on security ahead of the elections. General Fada reminded the corps members to always avail their colleagues about their movements and avoid unnecessary as well as night journeys. The NYC Director General further called on relevant stakeholders to support the establishment of the NYSC Trust Fund, which, when approved, will enhance smooth operations of the scheme.
I encourage you to avail yourselves of the opportunities for self-employment offered through the skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development program. You are expected to choose from any of the three areas and make yourselves available for the training.
The Chief Judge of Oyo State, Justice Mukhtar Abimbola, represented by Justice Iyabo Yerima, administered the oath of allegiance to the corps members. 1,457 corps members, comprising 499 males and 958 females, were posted to Oyo State, while 710 corps members were exercise. Lukman Hassan, NTA News.
Those are the trending reports from Ibadan. Nationwide continues in Enugu Network Center with Chineye after this break. Stay with us.
Introducing the Nigerian Marketing Awards. Celebrating marketing excellence in Nigeria on Friday, 11 November 2022 at the Eko Convention Center. Visit our website at www.mma-ng.com for more information. Entry closes September 30, 2022.
Make someone set out on a journey and not get to his or her destination. Now, imagine the victim who cannot reach out to these responders, who doesn't even have the phone to reach out. Hello, thank you very much for joining us on platform. I'm Ruth Agwe.
And the girl, especially if the girl is a minor, she's not yet 18 years. If she gets pregnant, realize that such girl is sent out of school and the boy is left in school.
Just park to pick the call.
So how much sensitization is the FRS?
I don't agree. A lot of people are just deaf.
The Nigerian Television Authority (NTA), in collaboration with Havel Corporate Concept, presents Beyond the Debate, a series for all the 18 presidential candidates in the 2023 general elections to present their manifestos and visions to the Nigerian public as a social contract. Beyond the Debate will broadcast live on the network service of the NTA and stream on YouTube and other social media platforms beginning from 10th November 2022. The publicly signed manifestos by the candidates will be uploaded on this portal, www.summitofpoliticalparties.org. For further inquiries, please contact Dr. Pedanga 08033173488, Howard 08033121022.
Much for staying on. Welcome to Enugu. Experts of the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, have visited Abia State to assess the progress of the Livelihood Family Enterprises project being implemented in the state. Steve Lona Nwokolo reports that the visit took the team to different assisted life ND farms where the incubators undergo farming on agro-business enterprise.
Gathered tour by IFAD and Life ND experts to the assisted incubation centers took them to Muni's Farm Obakala, Uberite Siala Ibeme Community, Abayo Hanze, and the palm oil processing mill, all in Umuahia South and Obingwa local government areas of the state. The tour afforded the team of experts the opportunity to see the level and quality implementation of Life ND project in the state.
We have had a one-on-one conversation with the project sponsors. We'll go back to re-strategize on our areas we didn't do well.
The visit has really opened our eyes to the realities of the project.
I want them to give us the financial support in our endeavors to reduce our challenges.
The team of experts also paid a courtesy call on the state governor, where he pledged his administration's commitment towards payment of the state's counterpart fund.
Agriculture has capacity to employ many people and at the same time also provide food.
The team lead, George Polenaski, and his technical team expressed satisfaction with the implementation of the project in Abia and sued for closer supervision.
And the truth is that the incubation process is there. It's a clear understanding that what previous supervision.
Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises, Life ND, is a project that supports Nigeria's agricultural policy towards job creation for the rural youths and women in the Niger Delta region of the country. In Umuahia, Steve Lona Nwokolo, NTA News.
The Federal Commissioner representing Enugu State at the National Population Commission, AGKSA, has reassured applicants for the 2023 census recruitment that the Commission will be fair and transparent in the recruitment process. He made this known while speaking with journalists in Enugu. Okechukwu Agubama reports.
Addressing journalists, Dr. Ejike echoed that the essence of the online e-recruitment portal for the 2023 population and housing census is for the successful conduct of the next population and housing census in April 2023. Added that the Commission will, through the online recruitment process, requests for applicants from the following categories of field staff that will be needed to prosecute the next census are facilitators, training center administrators, monitoring and evaluation officers, data quality managers, data quality assistants, supervisors, and enumerators.
The launching of the online e-recruitment portal for the 2023 census at the headquarters marked the beginning of the online recruitment process, whereby Nigerians from all demographics and gender can hook onto the website that will be provided by the Commission to fill the online form and get themselves registered to be recruited.
The Federal Commissioner re-emphasized that the quality of the recruitment process will reflect on the quality of data to be collected and success of the 2023 census. He added that the bulk of personnel for the 2023 census will be drawn from the communities where they are residents. In Enugu, Okechukwu Agobama, NTA News.
And those are the stories from Enugu. We'll now rejoin Ruth in Abuja for the continuation of Nationwide.
Thank you, Chinenye. Nigeria at COP27 is making a case for the establishment of a United Nations Convention on Deltas in view of the recent flood impacts on coastal communities, especially in the Niger Delta region of the country. Olenge Fineface will tell us more.
Nigeria's deltas comprise 70,000 square kilometers of swampland, serving as crucial buffers against rising sea levels, ocean surge, and coastal erosion. Additional pressure from urban and river flooding from the Niger and Benue is impacting the ecosystem, destroying lives and livelihoods.
The 2022 floods in Bayelsa State have been unprecedented. All livelihood have been lost to the floods.
Led by Bayelsa, Niger Delta states are at COP27 in Egypt to pursue our UN Convention on Deltas to address the unique challenges of the area.
To enable us share ideas together on the survival of people of the deltas and the deltas of the world. It has been said the mangroves are being wiped away. The mangroves are the carbon sink of the world. If the deltas are wiped out, it will affect the entire world.
The Bayelsa State government also announced hosting a summit of deltas of the world with support from the Federal Ministry of Environment.
In the ministry's perspective, we'll do the best we can to support that initiative. In any case, we are already, as a government, in coalition with some states in the coastal region, keyed into the World Bank project, the WACA project. That's the West African Coastal Areas Initiative, which is essentially to support states in the coastal region.
The Niger Delta states hope to have deltas as thematic focus for future UNFCCC climate change conferences. From Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, I'm Onegye Fineface, NTA News.
The Buhari Media Organization has praised the military and other security agencies for the improved security situation across the country in the last 6 months. In a statement signed by its chairman Ni Akinshiju and Secretary Cassidy Madueke, BMO said the improvement in the security situation is a result of continuous engagement with terrorists in areas prone to terrorist activities, noting that air interdiction missions as well as ground assaults had been constant in the Lake Chad region since January this year. And this had been a key reason over 15,000 terrorists, including Boko Haram chief executioner and members of their families, surrendered in the last few months to military authorities. BMO added that it is a positive development and state governments should take a cue and do more to cooperate with security agencies rather than allowing the challenges of insecurity in their domain to fester. After 70 days of leadership tussle among the Nigerian Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, the body has toed the line of peace and ready to join hands to promote peace and tranquility. To this end, the factional president, Umar Farouk, has stepped down to allow Barambu be the authentic president of NANS as the inauguration holds tomorrow, Thursday, 10th November 2022. Government will continue to provide the enabling environment for every citizen to realize his or her potential, thereby making Nigeria great. This is coming from the Ministry of Education at the presentation of robot prototype innovation of a project that can be used in hospitality industry such as in hotels, motels, and restaurants and event centers. It is developed by Federal Government College, Rubochi.
Don't let this get into your head. You are just starting. Be yourself, open, expand, work what you want to do. And besides, the way the world is going now, it's not the degree you got that is important. It's what you can do with your hand and hands.
The teachers just completed their training about 2 weeks ago, and they've set to work. But this work, this particular one has not emanated from this training. It's from the past trainings and retrainings that their coaches have received.
They represent what federal government colleges is all about.
The initiative of the ministry is in collaboration with Kaderina Education Technology Foundation that trains teachers of Unity colleges on robotics, coding, and artificial intelligence. The nation's education sector can be improved upon if all tools used in standardizing testing are protected against those seating for examinations. This formed the focal point of Savicom during the presentation of its evaluation report to the National Examinations Council, NECO. Ikechukundukwe reports.
Examination is one of the tools used in measuring learning in an education setting. The National Examinations Council, NECO, is saddled with the responsibility of providing standardized testing for secondary schools. To which extent that service is rendered.
We observed and it was confirmed that stakeholders the of exam questions such as problem. And I'll start with Jerry. The website is expobytes.net. Expobytes.net. 1 hour before the further marks, we paid 1,000 naira as directed by the owners of that website. We paid 1,000 naira and we got the real exam questions of further marks 1 hour before time. We have the evidence, we have the payment, we have everything, so we can government.
Savicom, in its evaluation report, observed that issues of safety of exam papers and supervisors who sometimes rely on motorcycles and tricycles for transportation to exam centers, stating that such gaps must be closed.
The major mandate of the Council is service provision, and that underscores the importance of the Council attaches to your office in beaming such light to help in service improvement.
The examination body got commendations for deploying some computer sets to their state offices, including procurement of 70 operational vehicles and upward review of ad hoc staff remunerations, among others. Ikechukundukwe, NTA News.
The Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises project of the federal government aimed at harnessing the agricultural potential of youth for job creation and food security is delivering on its mandate. This assertion was made when officials of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and the International Fund for Agricultural Development inspected farms in Cross River State to assess how well beneficiaries have utilized the funding. Justina Etim reports.
I only know about feeding the fish. I didn't know that there is more thing deeper that you must do in order to keep your fish healthy and stable in the water.
These testimonies are indicative of the transformation and succor that the Livelihood Improvements Family Enterprises project has brought to some youths, women, and people living with disabilities in the rural areas. Inspecting the cassava farm in Idoma Biase local government area, poultry farm in Nsan, Akamkpa local government area, and fish farm in Akwabuyo local government area of Cross River State, representatives are impressed with efforts of incubatees.
We are moving towards 1,500 beneficiaries in totality, while within the total 6 states we are reaching almost 7,000 plus.
I see success in women who engage meaningfully in our interventions.
The Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises project is part of the federal government's agribusiness interventions to stem unemployment and boost food production in contribution to the gross domestic product. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
Presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, says the sacrifices and efforts of his supporters so far are adding value to his renewed hope agenda for Nigeria. Few days to the official flag-off of the APC's presidential campaign, stakeholders converged in Abuja to honor the campaign patron. Salihu Gwanara reports.
An executive dinner at the Tinubu-Shettima Presidential Campaign Council headquarters was an avenue to set the tone for the campaign and remind members of the task ahead.
And we continue to give you hope, develop our youths, give our women a chance to contribute in greatness of a nation building.
Members agreed to pursue the agenda of a renewed hope for a prosperous Nigeria.
And also
Let's all rise for
to show
Nigerian public that the APC is fully united.
The overwhelming support is profound and surely success at the end of the day.
That I've seen very busy schedule
Cutting across
of the national
country,
work.
cutting across all classes.
We will be going out to campaign hard to actually inform Nigerians and campaign to Nigerians why they should be voting for the All Progressives Congress.
The 2023 Tinubu-Shettima presidential campaign is scheduled to kick off in Jos, home state of the campaign director general, Governor Simon Bakolalong. In Abuja, Saliu Gonara, NTA News.
All right, let's talk sports. That's next.
Coach Salisu Yusuf assures that his players will get the needed result in the international friendly against Qatar 2022 World Cup bound Costa Rica on Thursday. Having been training since Monday after arriving San Jose Sunday, Super Eagles Team B observed Wednesday as a rest day and will do their last training on Thursday morning before the game against Los Tigres at 3 a.m. Nigerian time at the National Stadium in San Jose. Yusuf, who says the players have responded well in the 2 warm-up sessions so far, expresses confidence in the players to give their best in the game on Thursday. Bayelsa Queens have a date with history in the second edition of the CAF Women's Champions League as they face hosts Asfar Rabat in the second semi-final of the competition Wednesday at 7 p.m. in Marrakech. The Prosperity Girls have already set a Nigerian record after scaling the hurdles of the group stage, finishing second in Group B behind Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies with 6 points from 3 matches.
The most important thing is that they should keep the hope alive. The same way they played their last game should be the same way they should adopt this game and make sure that they get an emphatic win.
13 male and 6 female teams are vying for honors in the second phase of the ongoing 2022 beach volleyball tour at the Jabi Lake, Abuja. Organized by the Nigerian Volleyball Federation, the tour is to ensure the players improve in their points going into the third phase, in addition to keeping them in shape for subsequent national and international competitions.
With what I've seen so far, both the African Youth Games and the African Games at the sport coming, Nigeria would be at the podium. I'm comfortable with that.
The beach volleyball tour climaxes on the 14th of this month. That's Sports Update. I am Kenen Ima Aborike, NTA News.
And that concludes Nationwide. Thank you very much for your company. Do enjoy your evening. I'm Ruth Aguele. Bye.